September is here. Let's kick off the season with some of Black college birthday celebrities. We lead off this month's celebs with Danny Goodwin, born September 2, 1953 in St. Louis, Missouri. He was a all-SWAC baseball star at Southern University and A&M College, and a two-time first-round draft pick of the California Angels in 1971 and 74. He finished his professional playing career with the Nankai Hawks in Japan. Danny was the first HBCU player inducted into National College Baseball Hall of Fame. Julius Key, September 5, 1946 to September 13, 1984. Born in Toccoa, Georgia, he began his college basketball career at South Carolina State College and finished at Alcorn State University. The 6 feet 10 inches forward center was drafted by the Boston Celtics in the 1969 NBA draft and played in the American Basketball Association with the Denver Rockets and Memphis Sounds. He was an ABA All-Star with the Rockets in 1971. Lem Barney, one of the most highly decorated football players in college and the pros, was born September 8, 1945 in Gulfport, Mississippi. He was an all-SWAC defensive back at Jackson State and drafted by the Detroit Lions in the 1967 NFL Draft. He was named NFL Defensive Rookie of the Year and a two-time first-team All-Pro in 1968 and 69. He was a 7-time Pro Bowler from 1967 to 1976, the year he led the NFL in interceptions. Lem was named to the NFL 1960s All-Decade Team, the Detroit Lions 75th Anniversary Team, the Detroit Lions All-Time Team and the Pride of the Lions. The Lions retired his number 20 jersey. In addition, he is in the JSU, SWAC and Pro Football Hall of Fame. L.C. Greenwood, September 8, 1946 to September 29, 2013. L.C. starred in football at the University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff and began a remarkable pro career with the Pittsburgh Steelers, who selected him in the 10th round of the 1969 NFL Draft. He played for the Steelers during their dynasty from 1969 to 1981 and was a member of the Steel Curtain that became 4-time Super Bowl champions. He was named to 6 Pro Bowls and was a 2-time first-team All-Pro. He is a member of the NFL 1970s All-Decade Team, the Pittsburgh Steelers All-Time Team, the Steelers Hall of Honor, and the Pro Football Hall of Fame. L.T. Smith. A native of Jackson, Mississippi, he was born on September 10, 1918. He attended Jackson State College in 1938 and matriculated from Tougaloo College in 1947. He had a successful high school coaching career before becoming a SWAC football and basketball official for 30 years. He is enshrined in the Mississippi Sports Hall of Fame, Tougaloo College and Mississippi Association of Coaches. Dick Price. September 10, 1933 to February 23, 2009. The Norfolk, Virginia native graduated from Hampton Institute in 1957. He accumulated one of the most remarkable coaching careers in college football and track and field. From 1974 to 1983, he led Norfolk State Spartans football teams to a 62, 41, and 4 record and 3 consecutive CIAA titles in his first 3 seasons. His track teams won consecutive NCAA Division II men's outdoor track and field championships in 1973 and 1974. He was a 2-time CIAA Coach of the Year in football and 4-time CIAA Coach of the Year in track and field. He was a longtime athletic director at NSU. He is inducted into the NSU Hall of Fame, CIAA Hall of Fame, and Virginia State Hall of Fame. Junius Buck Buchanan. September 10, 1940 to July 16, 1992. Buck was born in Gainesville, Alabama and attended Grambling State University, where he starred under legendary head football coach Eddie Robinson. The NAIA All-American was selected in the NFL and AFL drafts in 1963, but the New York Giants took him 265th overall in the 19th round, while he was the first overall selection in the AFL draft by the Kansas City Chiefs, making him the first black number 1 draft choice in professional football. Besides becoming a Super Bowl IV champion, he was a 2-time Pro Bowler, 2-time AFL champion and 6-time AFL All-Star. He is a member of the AFL All-Time Team, Grambling Legends, Kansas City Chiefs Hall of Fame, College Football Hall of Fame and Pro Football Hall of Fame. The Kansas City Chiefs retired his number 86 jersey. Talvin Skinner. Born September 10, 1952 in Berlin, Maryland, he was an All-CIAA basketball star at the University of Maryland Eastern Shore. He led UMES to the 1972-73 NAIA Championship, the first HBCU to play in the National Invitational Tournament. The NBA Seattle Supersonics took him in the third round of the NBA draft in 1974. He is the player development assistant with the WNBA Seattle Storm. Chandra Stirrup, the Nassau, Bahamas native, was born September 12, 1971. She is a graduate of Norfolk State University. The 10-time NCAA Division II national champion dominated the sprints, 60, 100, 200, as well as the long jump from 1992 to 95, winning 7 individual titles at the NCAA Division II Outdoor Track and Field Championships. The 2-time 100-meter dash winner still holds the NCAA championship record with time of 11.2 seconds. She is a 3-time 200-meter dash champion, and still holds the NCAA Championships record of 22.85 seconds. She is the Bahamian record holder for the women's 100-meter with a personal best of 10.84 seconds. She was a member of the Bahamas gold medal 4x100 relay team in the 2000 Olympics in Sydney. Charlie "Red" Hardnett. September 13, 1938 to July 6, 2019. Born in Atlanta, Georgia, the highly decorated high school player migrated to Grambling State University, where he was named the 1960 NAIA Tournament MVP after teaming up with fellow All-American Willis Reed to become the second black college to win the tournament behind 3-time champion Tennessee A&I. He was a 1962 All-American. At Grambling he scored over 2,000 points and grabbed over 2,000 rebounds, 16.9 per game. Among his other honors were 100% Tip-Off Club Atlanta Basketball Player of the Year and Chuck Taylor All-American First Team. When the NBA St. Louis Hawks drafted Hardnett, he was the first African-American drafted by the NBA from the state of Georgia, the second Grambling player drafted by the NBA, and only the third African-American drafted by the NBA from a black college in the state of Louisiana. In 1973, Hardnett was elected to the NAIA Hall of Fame. He is in the Grambling Legends Hall of Fame. Charles "Helicopter" Hines was born September 13, 1947 in New York City. He attended Arkansas A&M College and was a mid-round pick of the San Diego Rockets in the 1969 NBA Draft and later signed by the Pittsburgh Condors of the ABA in 1970. Though only 6 feet 5, he was known for his extraordinary leaping ability. Bill Dusenberry, a native of Washington, D.C., was born September 15, 1948. He was an All-CIAA running back at Johnson C. Smith University. The New Orleans Saints took him in the second round of the 1970 NFL Draft. He later played in the AFL. Lloyd "Tank" Johnson. September 19, 1934 to May 20, 2012. Known as the father of the Florida Classic, the Delray Beach, Florida native was a staple at Bethune-Cookman College, his alma mater, first as a student and as an athlete. He played football, basketball, track, and golf. He served as an assistant football coach and athletic director. He is enshrined in the Bethune-Cookman Hall of Fame. Bill Nunn. September 30, 1924 to May 6, 2014. A graduate of West Virginia State College, Bill Nunn was a pioneering sports writer, sports editor, and the managing editor of the Pittsburgh Courier during an era when it was one of the most influential black publications in America. In 1950, Nunn began the annual Black College All-America football team for the Courier and helped promote black college football talent. The Homewood, Pennsylvania native became one of the NFL most successful scouts when he was hired by the NFL Pittsburgh Steelers. He played a major role as a scout and helped them to become 4-time Super Bowl winners. He was inducted into the Pittsburgh Hall of Honor, Black College Football Hall of Fame and the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Rick Mahorn was born September 21, 1958 in Hartford, Connecticut. He played college basketball at Hampton University where he was Player of the Year and a 3-time NAIA All-American, setting 18 school records including 2,418 points, averaging 20.3 points per game. Rick was a second-round pick of the Washington Bullets in the 1980 NBA Draft. He was traded to the Detroit Pistons in 1985 and helped them to win the NBA championship in 1989. In his coaching career, he was a part of the Detroit Shock WNBA 2 championship teams. In 2017, Rick became head coach of Trilogy, the eventual champion of the Big Three Basketball League's inaugural season. Vince Coleman, born September 22, 1961 in Jacksonville, Florida, attended Florida A&M University where in 1981, He set the all-time single-season stolen base record and led the NCAA Division I in total steals and stolen base percentage. He was also a kicker and punter on the Florida A&M Rattlers football team that won the inaugural 1978 NCAA Division I-AA football championship game. He was drafted in the 10th round of the 1982 Major League Baseball draft by the St. Louis Cardinals. Before he joined the New York Mets in 1991, Coleman led the National League in stolen bases in every season he played with the Cardinals, 1985 to 1990, becoming one of just 4 players ever to lead his league in 6 consecutive seasons. The 6-time National League stolen base leader is in the St. Louis Cardinals Hall of Fame. Bob Ledbetter. September 24, 1934 to October 8, 1983. Born in Tupelo, Mississippi, he attended Mississippi Industrial College. The former SWAC great running back became a successful NFL assistant coach with the New Orleans Saints and New York Jets.
Charles D. Henry. September 25, 1923 to December 14, 1982. The Conway, Arkansas native attended Philander Smith College and the University of Iowa. He was a staple in Grambling College sports where he was chairman of the university's College of Health, Physical Education and Recreation. He was a visionary in early Midwestern and SWAC sports. He became the first African-American Assistance Commissioner of the Big Ten in 1974. The Society of Health and Physical Educators established the Charles D. Henry Award in 1984 in his honor. Joe "Turkey" Jones was born January 7, 1948 in Dallas, Texas and played at Tennessee State University where he was a first-team Little All-American in 1969. The defensive end was a second-round pick of the Cleveland Browns in the 1970 NFL Draft. Joe spent 11 seasons in the NFL with the Cleveland Browns, Philadelphia Eagles and Washington Redskins, 1970 to 1980.
Walter Reed was born September 30, 1933 in Meridian, Mississippi. He was an outstanding track and field star at Jackson State University. He excelled in the shot put, long jump, 100, 200, and 440-yard dashes. He also played fullback for the Tiger football team. In his professional career, he was an assistant football coach and academic professor. He later served as athletic director at his alma mater, Jackson State and Florida A&M. He is inducted into the Jackson State Sports Hall of Fame and the Mississippi Sports Hall of Fame.
So, this concludes this month's birthday highlights. Join us next month for more Black college sports celebrations.